Yeah, so I think even with current situation, what's happening in America and the world, I think the demand will still grow because more people want things faster. Also, a lot of people are relying on pharma and other types of goods which need to be delivered fast. And I still think there is not enough capacity to handle it. Meanwhile, it's all market oriented. So some markets you might have too much capacity, which we see from Europe to US, and then you have the Asia where it's to Europe or to US or to Oceania, which is always lack of capacity. And I also think things like digitizing the cargo will enable to combine multiple routes and better utilize them.
I think demand is going to be strong. At IATA, we had predicted about just shy of 6% growth for 2025. What we're seeing in the first quarter, there's a lot of movement. Obviously, people anticipating tariffs and shipping stuff in advance of tariffs being introduced. But overall, I think when we look back at 2025, we'll reflect on what will be a positive year. So I think it's going to be a good year for cargo again.
So these are interesting times, right? And I think with whatever is happening around the world, around the tariff business, I'm a firm believer in the fact that trade is like a river. It will always find its way. So no matter what happens to tariffs, I believe that air cargo will continue to stay strong. There may be slight differences in some months, but overall, I think the outlook is still very positive. It will find different routes, but it will continue to grow.
The demand this year so far has been consistent of the demand happening the last year. How the last year ended up is continued this year as well. The mix of general cargo versus special products versus e-commerce, it shows really a growth in the business, and the trend on the consumer behaving is consistent with the numbers supporting that argument.
And this coming year, in the areas of digital, for example, as well, we've seen a lot of growth in the past couple of years, and this year will be no different. A lot of organizations, just like ours, have invested quite a bit to improve the experience for our customers, our partners, and we'll see that change really come to the front this year as well. So I think it's going to be a pretty strong year this year.
I think the expectation for the demand for this year, I think it will be very positive. I'm very positive. I think it will be all the tariffs and all the changes in the world. It will be having a big effect on sea freight, and I think we will win partly of the sea freight. Or coming will be more air freight business, and this is what I think that. So it will be a positive year this year. But for long term, it will be of course for everyone tough because this is. What's the economic changing in the world?
I think it's an incredibly challenging time to look at demand and look at all of these different things. That said, I think somewhere between 5 and 6% at the moment in terms of demand, with some headwinds that we need to continue to pay attention to.
Yeah, so we still see a positive future for air cargo demand. Some of the flows might change, and we'll see how the various discussions over the next few weeks pan out. But as far as I'm concerned, we've got a resilient business. We'll adapt to whatever the requirements are. There's still a positive future for air cargo.